Nearly 40% of working Americans report having some sort of online side hustle. The allure of making money from your laptop is massive, but this chart of side hustle earnings reveals a stark reality. While the wide base shows an average return of $810 a month, only a tiny 15% sliver of participants actually clear a living wage. If you search for online jobs, you immediately run into a paradox of choice. Popular lists place complex business models right next to taking $5 surveys, creating a dangerous amount of confusion. This leaves you facing a severe dilemma. You're told to pursue a slow-building business model that takes years to mature, but your actual real-life situation requires cash flow to pay bills this month. We have to evaluate every single online income method strictly on two factors: the time it takes to see your first dollar and the long-term ceiling on what you can earn. We are going to filter the overwhelming noise of the internet through your specific personal constraints of time, skills, and capital. Chasing a business model that requires resources you don't have guarantees burnout. Perfectly matching an income strategy to your actual constraints guarantees a mathematically realistic path to success. This matrix maps the tension between how fast a method pays out on the bottom axis and its financial limit on the side axis. The baseline category is the microgig, which covers taking online surveys, market research, and selling used clothes. This category demands zero specialized skills and zero startup capital. You can execute these tasks in tiny pockets of spare time. You will reliably generate immediate liquidity. This path yields small cash deposits or digital gift cards within days of starting. The trade-off is harsh. Your effective hourly rate often sits well below minimum wage, and your earning potential is fiercely and permanently capped. Microgigs provide highly accessible, immediate financial relief, but they are structurally incapable of ever replacing a full-time job. Next, we have active freelancing and service-based work. Think virtual assisting, web development, and remote tutoring. This path requires you to have established, marketable skills and the willingness to actively pitch clients. In exchange, it offers a realistic path to clearing $1,000 a month relatively quickly. The critical trade-off here is that freelancing is a direct exchange of hours for dollars. If you stop working or get sick, your income ceases immediately. The polar opposite approach is digital asset building. This encompasses starting blogs, launching YouTube channels, and designing software apps. The required input is grueling. You face 6 to 18 months of rigorous, highly disciplined content creation and audience building, with absolutely zero guaranteed financial return. The goal is decoupled income. Once you establish a digital product or an ad-supported video, it generates revenue continuously without requiring your ongoing labor. The trade-off is steep. Asset building carries an exceptionally high failure rate. You absorb 100% of the risk for your unpaid time. Active freelancing pays the rent today by renting out your expertise. Digital assets buy your time back tomorrow by building your own equity. Finally, we have arbitrage and e-commerce. This category is heavily popularized by the dropshipping and print-on-demand trends. In this system, you act strictly as a digital middleman between wholesale product suppliers and retail consumers. The pitch is appealing. You run a location-independent global retail business without the need to purchase or store physical inventory. What usually goes unmentioned is the upfront capital. Significant cash is mandatory to test marketing campaigns and outbid competitors on advertising platforms. Operationally, business owners must absorb all customer service complaints, shipping delays, and refunds for products they never physically control. Arbitrage is not a passive side hustle. It is a highly capital-intensive logistics and marketing business disguised as an easy money loophole. This decision tree maps out how to apply these models to your own life based on your primary constraint. Let's profile the Bridge the Gap earner. You are time poor, you have low startup capital, and you require immediate liquidity to cover living expenses. Aggressively avoid dropshipping and blogging. Focus exclusively on monetizing your existing skills through freelance platforms or customer service gigs. Now, consider the scalable asset builder. You have stable current income, extra weekly hours, and the willingness to delay gratification for long-term wealth. Ignore low-yield surveys entirely. Invest all your surplus time into SEO, digital product creation, and audience building. Side hustles fail when people try to force a business model that requires vast capital or time when their actual life possesses neither. Real income starts with your real skills. Build a business based on what you already know rather than chasing an unfamiliar industry. Protect your time. Aggressively ignore get-rich-quick schemes that promise immediate passive results. There is no singular best way to make money online. Real income requires choosing the specific trade-off you are personally equipped to handle and executing it relentlessly.